things of that nature. It just makes sense for it to be there. So I want it in the museum, just so everybody can experience it, come and see, you know. It just makes sense to do. But I almost forgot about this. It'd be so much going on that'd be so important. Like, I don't really be thinking about somebody else having my crown. It's like, I know it's mine, but I'm gonna get it back eventually, so I don't it don't even matter. But it's so much other important things I be thinking about other than that. You know, that part is just like, oh, yeah, that's mine, but moving on. Like what I'm fin to do. What else was I talking about or need to talk about? Oh, because this wonderful quarantine I just have so much time, which is so awesome. I feel like I don't have to rush. I'm so used to having to rush, and it really drives me crazy to an extent. Like, I don't actually go crazy. If anything, I'm the most calmest person ever for the most part. Sometimes I do be trying it. It'd be funny. I call it harassment time. That's when you know I have a lot of time. Like maybe now. Because this time that we have has allowed me to actually be able to hit situations that I've been needing to hit, which is awesome. Even with my sonny boo, I'm happy that he's home because I've been wanting to work with his speech with him because I'm recognizing how I can help him, and it's so awesome. Other people, when they don't even believe what my son is, which my son is Arab and black, which means he learns backwards, and I'm realizing why he learns backwards, and I'm learning why it makes sense that he might be seeing things differently in his head, and it's hard for him to project it out his mouth. Because even with myself, I go back sometime and I look at my work, and when I read it backwards, it makes so much sense. Like, it makes sense forward, but it also makes sense backwards. So when you a mixture of both of that, it can turn into some really interestingness very fast. And I believe with me knowing that, it's good for me to be able to keep an eye on him so I can figure out for myself how to help him better, which I'm so excited about because I usually always have him with me, but having to work at this job and stuff, I don't ever get to really spend time with him. Like, I feel like I don't have a child, honestly. But it also gave me a different perspective also when I think about parents who not really around their kids, whether it's by choice or not. Like, love don't change for them. It's just, they say life sometimes calls you to be other places that's more important. And it's like, is it really important? So I'm happy that I do have this time to be able to do this. Because I used to always have my son with me, as I said. Like, when he first was born, I didn't let nobody touch him. Like, nobody got to be around him until he was like maybe 2. Like, I'm serious, and I mean no hands on him. Like, somebody might have came and held him for like 5 minutes out of that coming to 2 years old. Because I feel like nobody should have touched him. Like, it's like having a pet. You know how I hate to prefer my sonny boo to it, but people understand and treat pets very well, so they should be able to relate. It's like a dog having puppies or a cat having kittens. You're not supposed to touch them. Like, when they're first born, you would mess up the scent to the parent, to the dog. The dog, you would mess up the scent from the dog to its puppies, to its babies. It's the same thing with your actual child. That's how I felt about my son. Like, oh, y'all shouldn't be touching him. This is mine. You know, don't touch. And I really didn't let nobody touch him until he like really turned 2. And then as he got a little older, like when the first time he stayed with somebody's house, like he never stayed at nobody's house either. Like when I say I kept him, what they call that, kangaroo pouch.